Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. And if you are a returning viewer, I would also appreciate it very much if you hit that like and subscribe. Hoping to add a bunch more subscribers in 2026. We are rapidly approaching 800, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Today we have something really special. I just tracked this down on Walmart.com. And as an aside, before we really get started, it is very weird what you can and can't order off the website of Walmart.com. This, not a problem. Some of the other figures, not a problem. But the M. Bison as The Rock, can't order it. And you can't order the new Monday Night Wars China figure from the Elite collection. So, it's very strange what's available and what you can find in the stores and what you can't. And it's all very disheartening, and it's making this hobby not as fun as it should be. And I don't understand distribution and all that kind of stuff, so it is what it is. But that notwithstanding, I was very excited to be able to order this, and I actually got it in 2 days. And so here we are taking a look at the Bianca Belair as Cammy from the WWE Street Fighter crossover collection. In previous videos, we have looked at the Rock as M. Bison and how they compare to the actual Jada Toys Street Fighter line that they've been putting out. And this will be no different, so we're going to take a look at Bianca Belair as Cammy. As you can tell, the box is a video game cabinet. It has some tremendous artwork on the packaging, and it's built to look like the arcade game. We have the artwork here of Bianca Belair as Cammy. The figure itself looking like a stand-up arcade game. You have the WWE logo see-through at the top and some nice artwork on the back. This also comes in the wave with John Cena as Guile and Batista as Sagat. And again, I'm not collecting those two. I just wanted Cammy from this wave. We're going to see how she compares next to The Rock as M. Bison, along with her actual Street Fighter counterparts that are put out by Jada Toys. So like I said, here she is in the box, and you can see she's in a fighting stance. It does look like she comes with an extra set of hands. And we're just going to take a look at her out of the box and see what it's all about. So there's that. This is the empty box. Now what I did learn is that you can take out this insert like so. It has a picture of Cammy versus the Yokozuna character. And you can fold the pieces back and put it in this way. And it becomes a stand-up video game with the screen front and center. So that is kind of cool. We'll put that there. And this is Bianca Belair in the packaging. As you can tell, she is twist tied in. We're gonna unhook those, but she comes with an extra set of hands, open hands, and then she comes with her fighting effects, along with the beret, removable sunglasses, and earrings. So here she is here. Before we get to that, let's showcase the fist fighting effects that come with the figure, and then the sunglasses, and then here's the figure herself, where we get a pretty good likeness of her. The beret does come off, but I'm not going to be doing that. And then you have her posing, double jointed pinless elbows, complete with painted on arm tape, painted on gauntlets, and painted on tape on her fists. There's the posing, green top, tattoos on her back, camouflage pants, EST. You have double jointed pinless knees that, due to the knee pads, they don't go all the way back, but and you don't get a ankle rocker, but you do get back and forth on the ankle. Some really good paint apps here. The signature braid that Bianca is known for. Here she is on the stand. I have her in a little bit of a flight stand to show kind of an action pose. And you got the effects on her feet. I put the sunglasses back on her, and then we used one of the open hands and the fist. Overall, it poses very well. We are going to see how she holds up next to other Bianca Belair figures that I have in my collection, along with the Jada Toys version of Cammy and some other Jada Toys figures. And here she is with some other Bianca Belairs that I have. This right here is the Ultimate Edition, so you really can't get better than that in terms of the accessories and soft goods coat. Then, of course, the Street Fighter that we're reviewing right now. And I have this one, I can't remember what series this is from. And then I have the WrestleMania series that came out, I think, last year, or maybe 2 years ago already, from when WrestleMania went Hollywood in LA. And all very good figures. At first, without having her side by side, I thought that the skin tone was a little off. But now that I see her with the other Bianca Belairs, it's perfectly fine. And I think she looks great. I don't know if the head sculpt is as exact as some of these other ones. That might be a little bit better. As you can see, she holds up pretty well with the other Bianca Belairs. I'm just happy that they came out with this. Cammy was one of my favorites in the game. I used to play as her all the time, and I think that Bianca Belair is a really cool choice for her to be Cammy in this series. And let's see how she holds up with the Jada Toys versions. And here she is with the actual Jada Toys version of Cammy. I wish that they would have put some camouflage on the legs like they do here, and I wish they would have spent more time with the gauntlets and the boots. I think the boots on the Jada Toys version and the gauntlets are better sculpted, better put together. Overall, I actually like the Jada Toys line of Street Fighter figures, but for a crossover line that dips its toe in with WWE stars being Street Fighter figures, I think this is perfectly fine. I think it's a great replica. I almost wish they would have been closer to the Street Fighter version in terms of attire, but I understand that they're trying to tread the line between a Street Fighter fan and a WWE fan, so you get sort of a wrestling attire here versus a flat-out video game look over here. But I think some camouflage on the thighs would have been a good look, but the beret looks pretty good. Overall, it's very well done. I like, instead of camouflage on her legs, they actually have camouflage on the knee pads, which is kind of cool. But I kind of wish they would have given her the combat boot mold as opposed to traditional wrestling boots. But again, they're treading the fine line between both a Street Fighter fan and a wrestling fan. And here she is with the actual Jada Toys Street Fighter line. We have Dalzim, Chun-Li, and Blanca from the series, and I absolutely love this line. I picked my favorite figures from the collection. I have zero desire to collect them all, but so here she is, and so she stands out a little bit. She stands out a little bit in this line. Is not quite fitting, but I still think it looks great. But nothing's gonna beat the actual line of Street Fighter figures to all sort of blend together. But I think if you're a WWE fan, this is a great replica. It's something a little bit different in attire for a Bianca Belair, and I really wish sometimes that they would lean into letting these superstars wear the stuff that these figures have sort of come from, but I don't know, maybe there's copyright or licensing issues with that. And then here she is with the M. Bison version of The Rock. These are the two that I wanted from the series. I'm not too interested in getting the other ones, but I felt like these are really standouts in the collection. And so yeah, So this is The Rock as M. Bison. It's a heck of a figure. Please check out the review of this one that I did earlier. And then we have Bianca Belair as Cammy going up against M. Bison for Battle for the Ages. And both have their strengths and both have their weaknesses in terms of being a crossover figure. But I think both do their job as far as I'm concerned in terms of being a really big WWE fan and a mild Street Fighter fan, that this piqued his interest enough to get two figures that really stand out in the line. So there you have it, my review of the Bianca Belair Cammy Street Fighter WWE crossover figure. And my overall review is not as strong as a Street Fighter figure as the original Jada Toys line, but I don't think that could have been the case. If you're specializing in Street Fighter figures, of course those are going to be top notch. But I think as something that has crossover ability like WWE and Street Fighter, I think this is a great twist on a character. We've had a lot of Bianca Belair figures, and I think this is a great choice as Cammy, and I think it holds up as something a little bit different in your collection. Definitely something when people are looking at it, definitely worth bringing up, pointing out, and that kind of thing. So overall, it's a good figure. I don't know if it's a must-have for most people. If you're a die-hard WWE collector, I think this would probably be an easy pass. But it is, like I said, for me, it's a different twist on a character that I already have a couple different figures of, and I really enjoy adding it to the collection. And I think it's kind of fun how I can now put her in the collection next to my M. Bison Rock. As always, I thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, please share this video with other action figure enthusiasts. As always, thank you for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.